Yeah, I'm past National Director Gene Polgar. I served for 33 years as a Friend Chief Operating Officer of the Lions Eye Bank of Delaware Valley. In 1925 at Cedar Point, Ohio, Helen Keller, who is deaf and blind, came to that convention and asked the Lions to become Knights of the Blind. And from that outset, Lions Eye Banks were organized around the country. Lions Eye Bank of Delaware Valley was organized in 1957 by a group of Philadelphia area Lions. The first organization that they had was being a Adelphia Hotel. At that time they hired an executive director, and many times because of the not having the financial stability, the person wound up having an IOU as a paycheck. And then from that point it moved to the old Wills Eye Hospital, which was then located in Spring Garden Street in 1964. From 1964 until 1980, they were housed in that facility. And in 1980, Wills Eye built a new facility at 9th and Walnut Streets, and of course our eye bank moved there. When I came on as then the executive director in 1980, there was only myself and one person in the office.
When Gene became the administrative director in 1980, the eye bank was just coming out of what I call the dark ages of eye banking, and he was very instrumental in improving the workings of the eye bank, getting the tissue more efficiently through funeral directors and then our own staff here. And he was an extremely hands-on person. Gene certainly knew every detail of everything that was going on and kept his hand on these things almost to a fault.
I remember the early days working with Gene Polgar in our old building across the way at the Neuroscience Center now. Gene had an office on the 3rd floor, and I remember as a really young lad meeting Gene for the first time and being introduced to the Lions Eye Bank. Gene was a wonderful young guy who was really providing tons of services to Wills Eye Hospital back in those days when I was really just a young man.
My experience in working with Gene was, if I could sum it up in one word, it would be he was so very thoughtful. He made you feel that what you did mattered. He was very passionate about the eye bank, about its mission to provide quality tissue, to support the corneal recipients themselves. He instituted the NAC program, which was a support group for corneal transplant families and recipients. Maya Angelou, there's a quote from her that I'm paraphrasing that says, "You'll forget what people say, you'll forget what they do, but you'll never forget how they made you feel." I don't think we would be where we are today if it was not for the leadership that he provided for those 34 years that he was here.
The thing that meant most to me is to be able to have the opportunity to provide the gift of sight to those individuals who were sightless, and because through corneal transplantation now are able to see the beauties of the world and the wonders about them. For me, it was something that money can't buy, just the look on their face to be able to see things that you and I take for granted.
Gene, congratulations. It was a great pleasure working with you from 1980 until the time you retired. I had fun in helping you learn about eye banking and then learning about eye banking from you. I wish you good health and fun in your retirement, and hope to see you soon.
I'd like to congratulate Gene Polgar as an honoree and a co-recipient here tonight.
I'm truly humbled by the fact that I'm being honored at this anniversary, the 60th anniversary. I want to commend the Board of Trustees for their active involvement and securing this organization. I want to thank our present Chief Executive Officer, Jim Quirk, who I'm so proud of the fact that I was able to train him, and he is now providing valuable leadership to this organization. I want to congratulate the Lions Eye Bank on 60 years of service in providing sight to those in need and continuing the motto of Lions Clubs International, "We Serve." 60 years of service saving sight.